Welcome to video number 4, where we're going to cover the energy organelles. You should be on page 3 of your notes. That's 3 of 4, so we're at the home stretch, guys. There's only 2 organelles in this section, chloroplast and mitochondria. They're both kind of important, though, so pay attention. We'll start off with the chloroplast, which is the green guys. Now, chloroplasts do a reaction called photosynthesis. I summarize photosynthesis as light being converted into food. That's food for the plant and food for us. Here in this little animation, that's the light from the sun turning into glucose, which is sugar food. You gotta admit, the animations are kind of cute. Now, the next question your notes asks, are chloroplasts in animal cells? Or are they only in plant cells? And if you look, I got a picture of both. Animals here on the right, plants on the left. These are the chloroplasts, so plants have them. It's why plants are green. But anybody see any in the animal cell? Hope not. Nope, none at all. So animal cells, no chloroplast. We got all sorts of other good stuff. Okay, for the structure of a chloroplast, you're going to be drawing this for your cell book. So let's practice it now. Now there's 2 membranes, so just give me kind of a big bean shape. That's the outer membrane. And then right underneath it, same size, slightly smaller, that's the inner membrane. Now, guys, I'm writing with a stylus on a device. Please write the whole word. I mean, my handwriting gets so bad. But, all right, outer membrane, inner membrane. Now, the weird stuff happens on the inside. I think chloroplasts were named by some crazy Russian, because I gotta admit, the names of these parts are weird, but that's no excuse not to learn them. First off, we've got little discs, little circular things. This disc is called a thylakoid. But you never see just one thylakoid. They travel in packs. So the thylakoids are all going to be stacked up like a stack of dishes or a stack of Frisbees. The stack is called a granum. The plural is grana. Okay, so a lot of times you'll see many grana, many stacks in one chloroplast. Okay? There can be thousands of thylakoids piled up in hundreds of grana. Now, they're all floating in a sugary liquid. This sugary liquid, kind of like a syrup, is the stroma. So the granum, the stacks of thylakoids, are floating in stroma. See, crazy names, but doable. Totally and completely doable. And I'm hoping you can draw something like that. Yours will probably look better, but something like that for your cell book, please. Second organelle is the mitochondria. The mitochondria does cellular respiration. Very, very, very important reaction. Cellular respiration, think of it as food being turned into energy. Specifically an energy called ATP. ATP is the energy molecule produced by the mitochondria. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. Again, you don't need to know that. You need to know ATP. Think of it like a battery. It is the energy of the cell. Now, here's a good question. This makes a wonderful test question. Just saying. Do plant cells have mitochondria? If you look, remember this is animal, this is plant. I can't spell that apparently, but this is plant. These are the mitochondria. They look up like wrinkled little beans. So here's the question. Do you see any of this over here? Yes, you do. Look, that's the same thing. I am very tired of people losing points on test questions for telling me that plants have chloroplast and animals have mitochondria, because it's not true. Plants have chloroplast. Everybody has mitochondria. Mitochondria are everywhere. And now y'all aren't going to miss that on the test, right? Okay. So here's a good question. What part of the body has the most mitochondria? What part of the body needs the most energy? That's really what this question's asking, because for whatever part needs the most energy is going to have the most mitochondria. Give you a hint. Did you figure it out? Muscles. One muscle cell alone can have 1 million mitochondria in it. One cell. Take a look, guys. We talk about muscle fibers. This is the muscle fiber here. There's another one here. There's another one here. All this gray stuff, I'm going to squiggle over it. The squiggle, that's mitochondria. There's more squiggle here. There's more down here. There's almost as much mitochondria as there is muscle fiber. All of this blue here is mitochondria. It fills the muscles. They need a ton of ATP. They need a ton of energy. Okay? Now, we're going to draw a mitochondria just like I had you draw a chloroplast. Only this time, look at it. The names make more sense. No crazy Russian stuff. We're going to start the same way. I want a giant bean. Okay? That giant bean, that's the outer membrane. Got it? This time, look at the inner membrane. Inner membrane is very wrinkled and folded. This is how you recognize a mitochondria. It's always just got all sorts of squiggly inside of it. That squiggly is the inner membrane. The space in between, so this gap in between the outer and the inner, is called the intermembrane space. The space in between is the interspace. Now, the only weird word name here is the heart of the mitochondria. This center, this heart, is called the matrix. Just remember weird 90s movies. Great movie if you haven't seen it. All right, the heart of the mitochondria is the matrix. So 3 parts to learn, a very simple drawing for your cell book. All right, this was short and sweet. Hope you enjoyed it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 down. 1 left to go. See you in the next video.